Most people think back pain recovery is just about finding the right exercises, but long-term change is not just about random exercises. Imagine finishing your long run for the day or a golf match or just a tennis tournament and not feeling like soon as you get in the house, you just have to lay down just to feel like you need to decompress your spine. That level of freedom isn't just luck. It's the result of your kinetic chain being optimized. Today, I'm going to give you a 3-step blueprint. It's more about understanding what your body needs right now, what it needs next, and what it needs to help from constantly restarting. Today, I want to show you the framework I help active bodies move from pain and stiffness into strength, confidence, and performance. Not just less pain. A body that feels stable, supported, ready for life, a sport of your choice, picking up your kids and your grandchildren. Think of this as a transformation path. 1, your body learns to stop guarding itself. When your back hurts, your body often protects itself with tension, compensation, and shallow movement. The goal here is not to push harder. The goal is to reconnect with your breath, deep core, hips, and spine so your body feels safe enough to move again. People sometimes think that calm means doing nothing. That's not what it's about. By moving our body through these gentle movements, we are actually also helping our body, our nervous system, relax by decompressing, by moving gently into these movements. Here's something I hear a lot. I'm just going to rest before I feel better. And honestly, it makes sense. If something hurts, it just sounds logical just to sit it out. But here's the problem. For chronic back and hip pain, long-term rest usually makes things worse, not better. When you stop moving, your muscles, fascia, and joints start to go stiff. They start to stiffen up. Your nervous system can pick up on this and start going into protective mode, bracing and guarding itself. Its job is to protect you, right? Then the body stiffens up even more, and next thing you know, you are stuck in this loop of pain and tightness that just keeps feeding itself. So this is where Pilates comes in, and not through the push through it and sweat it out kind of way. That's fun, but that's not what we're doing today. Pilates will use slow, controlled, low-impact movement to just help send a message to your nervous system, saying you're safe, you can let go now. Gentle movement retraining, gentle mobilization, your breathing, all of these things are so beneficial to your body as a whole. It's active recovery instead of just resting. This helps prime your body. You're realigning. This isn't just exercise for the sake of working out, it's active recovery. Your body is realigning your whole system as we're all connected, right? You're releasing the muscles that have been overworking and you're tapping into the ones that have been just kind of laying there dormant. And the breath and body awareness piece will help tap in so you notice where you're holding and gradually let it go. Even a few pieces you can do now to start are some pelvic tilts, some knee swings. You probably are doing some of these now. Also some bridging. It's just a couple of exercises that you can do in a strategic way that'll just help your body inside and out. And so at this moment, the goal isn't just to sweat, it's to move better, more efficiently. And once your body feels safer, the next step is going to be control. This is where we build the support system around your spine. Deep core, glutes, hips, postural strength. This stage is about teaching your body how to stay steady under load, and not just when you're laying on the mat throughout life. What you learn on the mat, how you reteach your body, this goes through you throughout your life, throughout your day. Having that core stability is beneficial in everything, whether you're picking up your kids, heavy lifting. So sometimes people go straight into heavy lifting. Even if you see people with a belt on, the core stability is not always there. So then this is how one-way injuries can come. So incorporating Pilates into your day, into your life, right? Even if it's just those 3 times a week, 20 minutes a day that I talked about, you're going to see amazing benefits. That core stability is it. Yes. Being strong and being stable are not the same thing. You can have a 6-pack, a heavy squat max, and still have 0 deep stabilizer control in your spine and hips. And jumping straight into heavy lifting or intense ab work without that foundation, that is one of the #1 reasons athletes keep re-injuring themselves, the core. So which muscles are actually doing the work? So big lift and crunches train your outer muscles, that rectus abdominis, the one that looks super impressive, that one that's like, bam, look at this shot, the sexy shots, right? That's what it comes down to. But they don't touch on those deep structural stabilizers like the transverse abdominis or the multifidus. And those are the muscles that actually protect your spine. When those deep stabilizers aren't online, your body compensates. It grips, it braces hard. And that aggressive bracing jams your spinal joints together and overloads your hip sockets. Under heavy weight, even tiny micro shifts in the spine, that kind you can't even feel, can cause a disc herniation or a sudden spasm. And just because you feel strong doesn't always mean everything's working as it should. And sometimes we just get this false confidence because it looks good, right? But there's so many layers there. Skipping the warm-up, scaling up too fast. And then their outer muscles can power through the movements while the lower back can quietly take a hit. Okay? And this is exactly one of the things that Pilates addresses. Pilates will strip away the momentum and the compensation and will bring everything to the surface. So basically, we're going to tap into those weaknesses that are hiding underneath all of that strength. It's just not about working harder, it's about working deeper. It builds from the inside out, securing the muscles closest to the spine before asking the limbs to move heavy loads. If your deep stabilizers are not firing, your big muscles turn into a cage that crushes your lower back. Pilates isn't a step back first, it's the missing piece for you. Think of it like an insurance policy. Next, we're going to integrate and perform. Your body needs to handle walking, running, rotation, just all the things throughout your day and your life. We need to get your body right again. The difference between temporary relief and longevity, right? That long-term healing, that performance, all of those things. We want to be on this side. So this isn't just about doing Pilates for 20 minutes or an hour. You want this to be part of your routine so that it just becomes a habit. It becomes part of your behaviors that you're used to doing this. Because if you're just doing Pilates, for example, for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, for a couple of weeks, and then you stop, what's going to happen? There might be some regression there, right? Just keeping it up, just like you want to run a couple days a week, right? You work out every day, all of these things. Incorporating this into your routine as part of cross training, or just because you have this back pain because you're professional and you just work all day. This helps with posture, right? So that we can sit up nice and straight, helping out with our posture, helping out with our gait, right? Because we keep doing things, right? We slouching over on our phone. We sleep crazy sometimes, right? And then our quads, our hips, our hamstrings, what? Do we have issues with our knees when we're running? All of these things. So as we're doing everything all the time, this is also a habit that should be ingrained for longevity as a whole, right? Yeah, it's super important. So we have our transformation path here: connection, stability, strength to performance, laid out. And this is why it's more than just giving exercises. There's different components involved. So now I want you to go ahead and join the waitlist for the 4-week hip and pain reset. The link is also down below. I'll see you there.